Hi guys, so in today's video I just wanted to share with you 5 things that I've bought that have saved me money in the long term, and hopefully at least one of these will help you make a decision to go ahead and take action. And yeah, so if you've followed me for a while now, you know that I'm not one for long intros if they're not necessary, so let's just jump straight into it.
Running out of reason, don't try to blame it on the season.
So the first one I'm going to go for is a Roku TV. So essentially all it is like one of those smart TV plug-in things, and what it does is it gives me access to things like Netflix, Amazon, you know, all the on-demand channels, all that kind of stuff. And yes, you do still have to pay for things like Netflix separately, but it also comes with firstly the YouTube app, and secondly, like I said, all the on-demand channels. So the way that this has saved me money actually is I don't need a TV license. I don't watch TV live, and I don't watch BBC iPlayer. So those are the two things that if you do watch, you need a TV license. But the amount of times I would watch TV as it is streaming live, or the amount of times I'd potentially want to watch BBC iPlayer, does not really justify the TV license fee, which is I think about £160. So through buying this little plug-in, I can basically watch YouTube on my TV, and yes, you know, Netflix, but even if all you do is watch YouTube and the free on-demand channels such as 4OD and ITV Hub and all that kind of stuff, you know, if you are really on a budget and want to save money, I would say TV license is a good one to get rid of, and just make sure that you don't then actually use your TV. I don't even have like an aerial plug into my wall or anything. I've just not bothered, so obviously be very mindful of that if you do it, but it is something worth considering to save an extra £160 a year. The next one I've mentioned previously, but actually I've spoken to a couple people on Instagram about it, and it still seems to be something people ask me about, and that is my coffee machine. So I do have a link down below to the coffee machine that I have, or the nearest model that they still have of it, but it is an amazing investment. And honestly, I've been going a couple times to get coffee now, you know, when things reopened, just as a nice treat, you know, after everything that's been going on. But I don't enjoy the coffees I get anymore from the coffee shops. I'm so used to setting the coffee as I like it and buying the beans that I like, that the coffees that cost like £4 in the shops now just don't cut it. And the one thing that I'm going to add with that is my Chili's coffee cup, and this could be any coffee cup at all. I just really like the Chili's ones, but it means that I can take my coffee on the go with me, so I don't need to be like, oh, I want to have a coffee on my way to work. Obviously not as relevant these days, but I have been in the office a couple times, and yeah, it's just been one of the best things ever. So if you still don't have a coffee machine at home, honestly, you need to get one. And obviously you can get any that you like. I know certain people are looking at different coffee machines, but I've also had people ask me for a link to my one, so I have included it in my recommendations, in the recommendations link down below. I did post an infographic recently on Instagram which basically said if you are buying one £3 coffee a day 5 times a week, you are spending £60 a month. Now that is a lot of money that you could be putting into your debt or putting into your investments. That's £700 a year, not to be laughed at. Next is my Brita Filter and a Chili's bottle. I promise I'm not sponsored by Chili's, I just really like their stuff. But the Brita Filter has been an amazing investment. So the water in London is really hard, so I was never really okay with drinking the tap water. There's just, like, when I see what it does to my sink and my kettle and everything else, I just don't want to put that into my body. So I used to buy plastic water, or mineral water rather, and even though it was cheap because, you know, it used to be from like Lidl and stuff like that, it still adds up if you're buying it for your daily water consumption, and I drink a lot of water. So buying the filter has been completely life-changing, and not only does it mean I don't have to buy bottled water anymore, it actually means that my appliances last longer because I don't have to descale them as often and stuff like that. So I always filter my water before I put it into the kettle and stuff like that. So definitely a worthwhile investment into a filter. Obviously also good for the environment as well. The next one is gym equipment. So I'm not quite where I want to be, and obviously in my Poland house I'm planning to have a full-on gym. I don't have the space in my current flat to have a full-on gym, but I'm starting to buy the equipment, and I haven't had a gym membership for a while, and although because I've been so busy with everything else I've not exercised as much as I want to, actually the gym equipment has meant that I can do a lot of the exercises that I want without paying loads of money for the gym. That's not to say that I would never go back to a gym, especially whilst I'm in London, because obviously, like I said, I don't really have space for a full-on gym here. But whilst I'm really busy and I can't commit to going enough to really make the most out of my money, I'm quite happy with having equipment here that means that I can, you know, do something at home without paying the high gym fees. And if you do have the space, if you have a garage or a spare room or anything like that, obviously, you know, even investing a bit of money into a proper full-on like home gym, you'll save money in the long run. So it's definitely something that I'm aspiring to, and something that you should think about if you like exercising and going to the gym. And finally, this one's for the girls, and that is a UV nail lamp. So I think I spent about 40 or 50 pounds initially on that lamp, plus all the things you need with it, like the gel nail polishes and stuff like that. But I used to get my nails done a lot, and obviously when you go get your nails done, it's like 20 pounds each time, and you need to go like every 2 weeks. So actually that lamp saved me so much money over time, because I would just do like the gel manicure myself every 2 weeks, and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. I have sold it now because I kind of got over like the gel manicures, so it was just gathering dust and I wasn't using it. So now I just paint my nails myself with normal nail varnish. But if you still really enjoy having the gel manicures, then I would definitely recommend investing in a UV nail lamp. Hopefully that was useful, and like I said, you found at least one thing to take away and buy to save yourself some money, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
When we began